WTMP HD, Egypt Lake, Tampa, and now on 102.1 in Pinellas County.
We are.
Alrighty. Tampa Bay, it's that time again. Porch Talk Radio, your favorite show of the day.
Live.
We're going to do what we do. And this morning, this afternoon, I know everybody's ears is burning because y'all been talking about the new chief of police all morning. But I'm going to give you the other side, like we always do.
Uh-oh.
There's the side, and then there's the other side.
Truth.
As Paul Harvey used to say, the rest of the story.
That's right.
But we got a guest that's gonna be here, so we're gonna talk with them for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna get on to do what we do. So, but Tampa Bay, I gotta tell you, it's a sad state of affairs when you get to watch politicians start dancing, and it's not about the basketball tournament. You see what I'm saying? I got the opportunity to watch some serious dancing going on in City Council meeting the other day.
Mm-hmm.
But let me go ahead and get the show started. This is Porch Talk Radio, as you all know, your favorite show. Because if you're listening, you're one of the I want to say tens of tens, but
across the planet, Andy, we're worldwide.
Thousands of folks. So we do got a broad audience because we have people from Chicago and Kansas City and California and some international people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying they listening to us live because somewhere in Europe is probably the middle of the night. But the good thing about being able to listen to us on Porch Talk, PorchTalkRadio.com is that you can listen anytime. So you can tune in and listen to our show. And not only can you listen to today's show, you can listen to probably archived several years. So if you really, really like us and you get to listening, and I know people who have done this, well, how far back do it go? Well, it's 13 years. I don't think anybody's ready for 13 years of PorchTalkRadio.com. But, you can go back a year or two and be well entertained, and that's what it's all about. So, if you want to call in to the show today and be on the air, because it's talk radio, it's about you, and it's about the community, and it's not politically correct. So I say black and I say white, because it's about communicating. I ain't trying to be socially accepted. I'm not running for anything. So it's about communicating. So I always found out the best way to communicate with people is be direct and speak in plain English. The Queen's English. Well, I guess if it's the Queen English, it ain't plain English. So it's American. So anyway, all right. The call-in number here, if you want to call in today and be on the air, is 888-247-8712. 888-247-8712. If you want to text me, you can text me. And on my cell phone. My cell phone number is 813-12. Oh, we got a call already.
They're anxious.
We ain't even got the show
They're
started.
Excited, Eddie.
And PorchTalkRadio.com. So caller, welcome to Porch Talk Radio. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Hello?
Hello, this is Tafaro Cook and Camille Cook with Kidney Care Coaches.
Okay.
We are with Miss Fran Tate.
Yes.
Is Miss Fran Tate with you today?
She's not with me yet.
She's en route, I guess.
Oh, we're a little bit early.
Yes.
Hang tight.
To be able to share about chronic kidney disease in the Black and Brown community.
Okay, she's walking in the door and as you speak. So do you want to talk to her now, or do you want to go ahead and say what you're gonna say?
That we can do either, whatever you would like. It's your world, your platform. We are just in it. We're just delighted to be here. We're going to be with the Tampa Bay Health and Nutrition CAC on March 26th. We will be speaking. My husband, Tafaro Cook, and I am the nurse practitioner with Kidney Care Coaches. And I will let Tafaro take it over, and then you can ask him questions if you need. How does that sound?
Okay. Well, Fran is here. So Fran, introduce yourself to the community, and then go ahead and say, do what you need to do.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Camille. Hi, Tafaro.
You need to speak up.
I am Fran Tate, and I'm the CAC chair of the East Tampa Partnership.
I can't hear.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hello?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
I can't hear you too well.
Okay.
You speak up pretty good.
All right. Well, I am just elated that we were able to host the first annual Health and Nutrition Fair through the East Tampa Community Revitalization Partnership. And I have on board the Cook family. They will be presenting. They're on the Facebook Live, so I will allow them to make a small presentation. And then my colleague Chantel and I will continue on with the health fair discussion.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Tafaro Cook. I'm a two-time kidney transplant recipient. I'm the founder of Kidney Care Coaches, where we coach stage 3 to stage 5 kidney disease patients.
Okay, go ahead. See, the worst thing that can happen on radio is dead air. So you have to keep talking.
Okay.
We have somebody else talk.
Okay, cool. Well, we coach people with stage 3 to stage 5 kidney disease. We also have 3 services. We have a membership service. We have a group coaching and one-on-one sessions also. We provide advocacy, education. Our biggest thing is making patients be accountable for their actions as far as when kidney disease is exposed to them. Letting them understand what's going on and coaching them, letting them be their accountability coach. That's the biggest challenge.
Okay.
Okay, it's very good. So you guys will be presenting. Can you give us the details on that?
Yes, I'll be telling my story, my journey from college football to kidney disease to two-time kidney transplant recipient. I was on dialysis for over a decade. I'll be giving instructions, letting people understand what's going on, what I went through, some of the pitfalls I went through, some of the challenges I had to overcome, and what to expect when you do have chronic kidney disease.
Very good. Camille, could you talk a little bit about your part?
Yes, here she is. She'll talk.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for having us. I'm Camille Cook, the nurse practitioner and founder and president of Kidney Care Coaches as well. And like Tafaro said, we teach those patients and or our clients how to thrive and survive with being diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, whether they are on dialysis or awaiting a kidney transplant. We teach them about health and nutrition, mindfulness, and working along with their other counterparts and or patients, if you will, that have been diagnosed. We also try to bridge the gap between their healthcare providers so that they can understand when they go in to see their provider what they are speaking about. Because unfortunately, medical terms sometimes are not broken down into lay terms. And so me as the nurse practitioner will explain to them about their labs and about their sodium and phosphorus and calcium and those things that can affect them learning how to thrive and survive with their condition. In addition to speaking about their largest organ, which is the skin, I have created an all-natural body cream called Creamy Crack Body Cream. It helped my husband with his skin conditions because of the calcification that comes to the skin that causes them to be dry, itchy, flaky, and scaly. So my all-natural body cream helps to calm that, those unfortunate effects that they're receiving, those side effects, and helps them to protect and moisturize their largest organ again. So we have teamed up together to educate about their kidneys and then also about their largest organ, their skin.
Awesome. Thank you all so very much for Facebooking in today with us. Community, please come out, take advantage of their presentation, because we as African Americans, we do suffer with kidney disease as well. Thank you all so much. They will be presenting at about 10:45 in the Middleton Auditorium, so please be present to hear this information from the Cook, Mr. and Mrs. Cook. Thank you.
When is it? Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the health fair, I'm so sorry. The health fair is next Saturday. That's March the 26th at George S. Middleton High School, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The address is 4801 North 22nd Street, zip code 3316. And we have a great lineup for this event. It's our first annual Health and Nutrition Fair, as I stated. Our sponsors are Tampa General Hospital and Moffitt Cancer Center. We have a whole host of education for the community, health, nutrition. For the children, we have soccer gyms. Coach Jerome Smalls is going to come out, and they'll be going through a soccer session with him. And then we have healthy eating and lifestyles through another doctor who will be training the children on healthy lifestyles, healthy eating. We also have a yoga session for the kids as well. So this is an event that's going to inform both the parents and the children as far as health. Also, I want to bring in a mental health portion. We're going to have School Board Member Karen Perez. We all know her. She has a license in mental health counseling. She will come out and present exactly 10 a.m. because she has another place to be on the 26th. So please come out to hear her talk about PTSD, because you know most of us are suffering from that now, especially over in the East Tampa area with all the gun violence that's going on. Please come out and take advantage of what she has to say and ask your questions and receive your great answers. Now I am going to turn the microphone over to my colleague, and she'll be talking about Moffitt Cancer Center and what they will present.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chantel. I'm extremely pleased to be here to talk about this event and Moffitt Cancer Center's role within this event, which is happening on next Saturday, March 26th at Middleton High School from 10 a.m. to 2. We hope to see a lot of community members out at this event. It's a wonderful event. We have 41 vendors so far, and we are expecting even more. So Moffitt Cancer Center is one of the vendors as well as one of the educators for this event. We actually will have both human resources from Moffitt at the event. There are a number of positions that are open at Moffitt, and we want to the human resources will be there to talk to the community about what is available at Moffitt, what kind of jobs are available. It's not just doctors and nurses. We also need people who can clean the rooms, fix the food, and repair things when they need to be repaired, including computers. So we have IT positions. Everything is open. So they will have information about how to apply as well as what positions are available. And then we have 2 different health education sessions. The goal for my team as community outreach workers is we want to bring health education and resources to the community, particularly to East Tampa. My colleague Fran has already suggested that African American and Black folks have an impact, higher risk of certain diseases, including chronic kidney disease. But we also definitely have an issue with cancer. Cancer doesn't discriminate. And the 2 types of cancers that we're going to be presenting on Saturday is breast cancer and colorectal cancer. So for breast cancer, that will be at 11 a.m. in one of the classrooms. We definitely want to see a lot of people from the community there. Excuse me. This will be presenting on the different symptoms that women should look for, as well as men. 1% of all breast cancer diagnoses are men, but obviously it's impacting women at a much greater rate. And while Black women and all other races are diagnosed at similar amounts Black women are 40% more likely to die of breast cancer than any other race. So we definitely want to inform the community how to do self-exams as well as the importance of mammography and early detection because it saves lives. The other presentation that we're doing is on colorectal cancer. Perhaps some folks don't know, but March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. And so we definitely want to talk about colorectal cancer. It is impacting the communities at greater rates and at younger ages. So we want to make sure that we're encouraging screening, early detection. It is incredibly important. The earlier you find things that are wrong with you at any level, the easier they are to treat. So I'm extremely excited. I will be out there as well. So please come see us on Saturday, March 26th at Middleton High School from 10 to 2.
Is there a website somewhere they can go get some additional information?
We don't have a website, Eddie, but there are a couple of phone numbers that they can call.
Okay.
The first one is 813-422-0545. That's 813-422-0545. And the second phone number is my cell phone number, which is 813-675-7532. And I just want to thank the HES Committee Chair, who is Mr. Harold Jackson, for helping us put this together. We just have an awesome lineup of vendors and medical persons who will be offering valuable information. Community, don't sit down on this. Please come out and take advantage. We are going to have some snacks out there for you. Just come on out. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, some more of our sponsors. I did not mention Blue Skies Insurance Solutions. That's Chris. Chris, thank you so much for all that you do in the community as far as sponsorship, as far as your insurance information as well. I also forgot to mention for the children, we're going to have Mary Torres, and she's the owner and instructor of Mariposa Yoga. So young people, please come out, join that yoga session. Eddie, Gabe, thank you so very much for allowing us to come on the first portion of your show to get the word out about this extremely necessary health fair for the East Tampa community. And we're not turning anybody away. I just say East Tampa because that is the East Tampa CRA that is hosting this, but anyone and everyone in the city of Tampa is invited to please come out 10 to 2 p.m. Middleton High School next weekend, next Saturday. So don't forget it, put it on your calendar.
What's that number again?
The numbers are 813-422-0545, and my personal cell phone number is 813-675-7532.
Now, see, I know some of you guys have a question. It is free. F-R-E-E. Free. Free. Please come, because I know the first thing hit some people's mind is how much it's gonna cost. Oh, what's the trick? See, I'm gonna get there, and then there's gonna be something that they're gonna make me buy, or donate, or do something. It's up to you. This is a service to the community.
Bring a friend.
So take advantage of it.
Yes.
Don't go by yourself. Take somebody with
That's
you.
right.
I know you got somebody around the house, around you,
Somebody
around,
need help you right
around,
now.
around the hood
There
that
you
you know could take advantage of this. And I know back in the old days, a while back, they used to have the men health fair,
Oh, yeah.
the prostate cancer thing. So I don't know what happened to that, but this is right here in your neighborhood, because that used to be out the USF. This is at Milton, so take advantage of it. And I want to thank Fran again for coming, and
Chantel.
and Chantel for being our guest today. And as the community, we appreciate, and everything we do is to make this community better. Everything's not political, and I say that all the time. So this something is not political. Please come and fill the place up. Matter of fact, make them work.
That's right.
All right, thank you guys for coming.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank you
ladies.
so much.
God
You all
bless.
have a great day.
You too. All right, so
All right,
Tampa Bay. Let's talk about that city council meeting.
get your seatbelts on, folks. Let's go.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
It's gonna
it's
hit.
coming.
You ladies better stand clear. We're gonna clear the room right now.
Thank you.
What happened the other day, and I know a lot of you guys have heard everybody talking about it, but like I say, you know, our job, this show, is dedicated to tell you the stuff that ain't nobody else gonna say. You know, cause I sat there and I watched city council members who have personally came to me at several events. I mean, you know, it's politics season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they are everywhere. they're like mini ticks.
Yeah.
They are everywhere. And I did not ask certain members how you were gonna vote. I knew it was a big thing. I knew the vote was coming up. You know, but they came to me and said,
Mm-hmm.
my vote is no on the new chief of police.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a couple other folks who really didn't want to interview her.
Mm.
That they were solidly against her. But a couple years ago, if you guys would remember, when Victor Chris was the county commissioner, and he was the deciding vote on the issue, and he had been so heartfelt about the issue that he gave a 10-minute soliloquy as to how and why he changed his mind.
Mm-hmm.
So when politicians start dancing,
Oh boy.
there's a way they do it. They don't just say yes or no or whatever. They got to kind of explain to you, because they don't want you to know that they just flopped, even though they're telling you, 5-10 minute speeches to why and how I flopped. And there was some people around me, and I
So
said,
we had some flippers that day, you saying?
oh yeah, they were flopping big time.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, they
They
were flipping
flipped.
and flopping. Yeah, Robin, Robin was sitting there reading, and there's a certain point in the speech that you know they're flopping.
Flipping, flip-flopping.
No, I'm saying flopping. See, if everybody know. The bros and the sisters know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking plain English to my people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When they flip, when they flop, you ain't got to flip and flop at the same time. But the results is the same.
That.
The results is the same.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, when the guy said, "Well, I had a second chance," and I when I was a kid, when I was a young kid, when I was 18 years old, I could have got a ticket, but I didn't got a ticket. They didn't give me a ticket.
She's gonna pass it forward.
Everybody up there,
Mm-hmm. Getting ready to flip.
except for
Flop.
the chairman, gave a story about second chance. But what they don't understand
Uh-huh.
is all those stories about. See, they don't see it this way because again, their viewpoint is different. It was about white privilege. It was all them white folks saying, "Well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that." How many times, if they ever had thought about, had I been black, would that police officer have given me a ticket? Or would that police officer have did this? Or would that police officer have did it? Would the results have been the same? And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not for or against and making a statement about it. I'm just talking about, like everybody said Thursday, I'm talking about the process. Had she been black,
Oh boy.
not even a black male, had she been a black female, and she hit a white police officer in uniform doing their job, the felony would not have been reduced to misdemeanor. and them firing her. Hell, they fired a cop, for arresting a black guy because he said the N-word. She got her job back, got several promotions that they was proud to brag about. Oh, she's been promoted to this and promoted to that. When she left, she was the vice mayor. The vice chief of police, or assistant chief of police, or whatever the rank is. But she was second to being chief of police then. Now again, I heard officers. I mean, the courtroom was full of police officers. For 2 hours they sat there getting paid them salaries. But again, and I know we got a caller, so as soon as I finish this, I get to the caller. When you are up there speaking, and the room kind of segregated itself because the black folks were in the back. I very seldom sit to the back of a room, but the front was full of police officers. So, the only seats that was left for the general public was in the back. So there was a few black folks there.
Maybe it was by design, Eddie.
So we was in the back of the room, and everybody had to tell. It's like I got a black friend.
Oh.
When white folk get put in these situations, my sister's married to a black man. My best friend in college was black. It's one of those kind of stories. So one by one, the city council members told the stories of how all of them except for one. Bill Carson stood up. He didn't stand up literally, but he said the same thing while the process was going on that he said before. He didn't change his heart. He didn't change his mind, because the principles for which he made his commitment was still sound. They were still sound.
So he was one of those principles, you're saying?
Well, him and then the chairman. The chairman said that it was 2 no votes, and since it's public record, everybody know who they were. But some of the folks who said yes had stood up, stuck their chests out, and said no before it actually count.
But should they be reelected, Eddie?
Hell no.
Oh, you heard it, folks.
That just me. Okay, before we go on for something else, we got a caller. Caller, welcome to Porch Talk Radio on this fine Saturday afternoon. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Hello.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm from Tampa.
Hey, Robin. You got the flop when I said flop, right? We saw it coming. Didn't we see it? We saw it coming.
Yeah. We were sitting in the back listening to what they were saying, and we said, he's a no. He's a no. And this is very important because before this vote came out, we had one particular city councilman, because he showed to everything, coming up and saying, like you said, he had his chest stuck out beforehand. But it always counts when it's time to vote.
Right.
Then they can talk all the nonsense that they want to. But I told individuals when I was at Candle's Tea Time that he was going to vote for that police officer. So this is a prime example of giving them acknowledgement when they're in our community,
right,
tugging and kissing on them, or giving them a bye, because when they get up on that diocese, they're gonna be loyal to something else, and that's not us.
And Robin, I'm gonna say this on the radio, so people can't say I said it behind anybody's back, because I say what I'm gonna say, and then I live with it. The nature of it was there was a campaign. These guys, none of these guys was upwardly jumping on the bandwagon. So after the first interview with the city council, that whole thing, the political wheel went to working on folks, and they went to each one of these city council person, and I ain't gonna say they paid them off.
Oh.
I'm gonna say maybe they were offered something. Maybe they said, well, we need to be partners and friends, and maybe whatever happened. But you can tell the atmosphere was decidedly different this time around And the only one that stood up and stuck his chest out and still said no, like a man, because they had the little report that 7 men can't vote down 1 woman. Yes, they could.
Yeah.
Yes, they could. And had this vote been taken 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, it would have happened that way. But the nature of politics is, don't let the vote go if you ain't got the numbers.
Correct.
That's politics 101. The only reason that vote came up and it was the final vote is because they had the numbers. Had they not changed the heart of those 2 city councilmen, it wouldn't happen. They pushed it off again. They postponed it again.
And the important thing about this is it's all lobbying, right?
Yes.
The administration did what they were supposed to have done. They reached out. They pulled everybody from the grave to come and speak on Mayor O'Connor's behalf. They came out in support. They even had sprinkles of the black community coming out there speaking on Mayor O'Connor's behalf. So they did what they were supposed to have done, right?
Yes.
But what the city council people, men should not have taken for granted is all of the letters and phone calls that they received 2 weeks prior is not dismissed because they've done their part.
Right.
Those same things should be weighed. The community and what the administration has done in regards to lobbying for the community and so forth to come and support her. So they did their job. So we can't even be mad at that. Right? We can't be mad at that.
And I hate to make it racial,
But
it was racial because for a trend, most of the white folks that came, were for her, and most of the black folks that spoke were against her. And everybody was saying, well, we don't know her, but, and then the results were pretty much saying, okay, well, we've kind of whitewashed this thing, and everybody up there, all those councilmen, was, and let me say this, and this is mean. I'm telling you, it's mean from the very beginning. But I heard one of the councilmen say, I can't say anything bad about it because she brought her kids with her. She got a family with her.
Bill Carson said that.
I ain't call his name, but yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But no, you could say what you want. I mean, this is one of those kind of shows. But I didn't want to throw him under the bus. But but he was the only one that grilled her. He the only one that said some bad things about her and why she should not, be the chief of police, even after he said she got her kids with her. So that may be affected, some of those other folks up there because she had her children there. Yeah, you don't want to be the mean guy, and say things about the mom in front of her children. But the thing about it, she want to be the chief of police. If she want to be the chief of police, she got to take all that goes with that job, and somebody gonna call her more than a couple of bad names, out there, in the real world. I'm just saying.
But I think I think the scapegoat on this is that it's about Mary O'Connor.
Right.
She's just part of it. The focus should have been in regards to what I feel is the disrespect of the process.
Right.
So that's where the focus has left. If Mary, everybody deserves a second chance. Some people would say she's had 2, 3, 10 chances. That's fine. No, if a black person, man or female, was charged with a battery, there's no way it would have been reduced to a misdemeanor or whatever that case. So she received a whole lot of favors to continue her career.
Right. Yes. Oh yes. I was president of the Sheriff Black Advisory Council, and in a bunch of the meetings I went to, it was stated, even by the sheriff, if you were caught smoking marijuana and you was 12 years old, you could never be a sheriff in Hillsborough County. 12 years old smoking marijuana. This woman physically attacked a dutiful police officer on duty, and not only did she get her job back, she got promoted. Now, in what world do that work for black folks? Anywhere.
That's the biggest comparison. Right? Because we're still fighting misdemeanors and can't get an apartment.
Right.
So when people come up there, it unnerves me. And I told somebody that spoke, it unnerves me when I heard black people get up there saying, we need to just let this go. No, when white America tells you that we need to let it go and it's something that concerns the black community, they should not even have the right to even say that.
That's
Because it's when we get over it, it's when we let it go.
Right.
Not because you want us to let it go.
well. See, that always happens. Girl, my heart is bleeding now, and I gotta say this: every time black folks get upset with some stuff that white folks is doing, why y'all doing that? It's nothing to them. It's not gonna change their life whatsoever. And I'm gonna tell you, this woman played the game because I had nothing personally against her. I didn't know her. They had no idea. But when she said she didn't know what her rank was when they was doing the bicycle citation of riding while black, she didn't know what rank she was, and she had nothing to do with it. See stuff like like that, You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're running for something
right
that in connection with riding while black, about biking while black, or renting while black. You better have your numbers and stuff. That's
yes.
When she was on Shell Patty's show, and I heard that. That's what opened my ears to say, what?
Yeah.
But I mean, so yeah, you have to have those numbers, and you have to know where you were, what time it was, because you're going to have questions that's going to be asked.
But the thing about it, everybody kept saying, she's meticulous. She went over every report. She went over this. She went over that. She went over that. But she can't remember what her rank was, in 2005 or 2008 or whenever all this was going on. Hell, you could ask a Boy Scout. If somebody trying to be cheap, you can ask a Boy Scout, okay, what was your rank in 1995 or 85 or 25 or however far back it go? They said, well, let me think about it. Okay, I was a Life Scout. I was a tenderfoot. I was an Eagle. Whatever it was. This woman said, well, I don't remember what my rank was when this was going on, but I was in the department. I just don't know what my rank was. See, that's dodging. And I recognize and identify. Now everybody saying, well, why don't y'all let it go? Hell no, I ain't gonna let it go. I may be talking about this for the next 3 weeks. I'm just saying, because I'm not talking about her, because I don't know her. I'm talking about the whole damn thing. I'm talking about how everybody react. Well, we can let it go because it was 28 years ago. I know people still in prison for crimes they didn't commit 28 years ago, and they get brought up, and folks say, well, unless you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you didn't do it, you still gonna stay in jail. And most of them folks are black.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm just making a point. Sorry.
Now, take up more space on your show, but just two things.
Go ahead.
I appreciate Councilman Goose standing fast.
Yes.
Because he was under a lot of pressure, I'm quite sure. But it's a telltale that he was a police officer and he stood by his gun. So he worked in that arena. Everyone that came out and supported her, they were retired, right?
Yes, right.
Again, part of the system. Part of the system. The system 25 years ago that we complained about.
Yes.
TBA didn't support her for whatever reason. And I would think TBA cricket. But TBA did support her. And there were no former chiefs to come out and support her.
Not even the mayor. Not in public. She's supported by appointment. By appointment.
But the person who gave her a job back didn't even come out and support her.
Nope.
So, but that's just a part of it, right? That makes you wonder, right? But the biggest thing is the process. But I can't say on my behalf, hey, now we're watching. She is the chief. I respect authority, and I'm moving forward. But we'll hold her accountable.
I'm gonna hold her accountable, and tell you something else, Robin. And I don't know how many other folks have thought about this, but in the last 6 years, we have had 4 chiefs of police.
6 years?
Okay, going back to when Jane was chief of police. Then we had Eric Ward. Then we had Dugan, and then we had now we got this lady.
So we see how quick you retire?
So I mean, cause she's been chief for a month now, give or take. You know, I'm just saying. You know, so you know, we got a big problem because for some reason we got a chief of police problem here. Hopefully she planned to be here for a while, but you know, four chiefs of police in 6 years, you know, that's not the standard, I hope.
Yeah, and I appreciate the community coming out and speaking their piece.
Yeah, they did.
Right, what we're different. Everyone has their own opinion. It shouldn't be held against them from the electors, and it shouldn't be held against them for in the community, because God gave us an opinion, and I may not agree with yours, but as long as I'm not cursing you out and knocking you down, you have to have armor on you to accept it and keep it moving.
Well, I couldn't speak. I had the opportunity to speak. I chose not to speak, you know, because I kind of already knew that the fix was in. I already knew she already had it. Because again, at the end of the day, it's politics, and there's certain things you got to do that are political. And I know, and as I heard those speeches, I already knew it was a done deal. They just had to go through the process. They had to go through the show. They had to do the show so that they can say we did what was supposed to be done, and maybe the process failed, but she's still the chief of police. And that's what black folks have to get used to. What we got to get, and I heard Joe talk about it, you know, on one of the other shows, it's an open seat. Robin, you want to be a city council person?
No.
All right. Thank you for the call, honey.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
So Eddie, they had to keep.
We got another caller. Caller, welcome to Porch Talk Radio on this fine Saturday afternoon. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Hello.
This is B. Joe Robinson. You call my name out, man. You know I'm gonna call in on Eddie Adams. Y'all make me switch back Republican with all these haters, man. I'm waiting on 2-3 things. I might switch back, come back, and be the president of the Black Republicans of Tampa, Hillsborough, Canada.
Bring it, brother. Bring it.
There you go.
I'm here with Ozzy. Say hello, Ozzy. Hey, brother. I'm here with Ozzy Walker. We headed out to the golf course for the Bounce Park, man. But let's just say this. There's an open seat, Eddie.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Everybody's scared. They're scared because they're scared of expose themselves and say how much money you're making. They're like, if I done ran 7 times, Eddie, you done ran 7 times. Come on, man. They scared to sit there and apply. You want to sit here and try to run for office, and when it's an easy seat to get photos, they said it was women.
Yeah.
And I told them get a black woman.
Yeah.
Look, I'll back off and take my application after the application comes available Monday. And I'll back off if a black woman going to get in there, and I'll back up. Carson say he ain't voting for nobody woman, but let me tell you something about wrong about that, Eddie.
Yeah.
How you going to say he just going to vote for a woman? That's like somebody saying they're going to vote for a black. That's discriminatory, Carson. That you're going to just pick a woman.
That's how we got Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
We got black Supreme Court justice, Joe, like that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So what I'm saying is that we need black folks. It's easy to get 4 votes.
Yes.
It is get 40,000 in the general election. This is a general seat that's going to be seated for everybody, okay, for this whole city. And you can't get one black female that's qualified to go and run for it. Where all these activists at? Where all these player haters at? Where y'all at?
Joe.
Y'all sitting there talking and talk about we don't like the city council did for the chief police. We don't like the map. Well, why y'all won't put the application in? You know why? Because they got records, they got background problems, and they don't know what the hell to do if they got the job. So all I'm saying is, look, stop playing hating, Eddie, keep doing what you're doing, and they're going to mess around, and a white woman Republican from South Tampa going to get the seat and do what they need to do.
Right. And right now, Joe, they owe us one. If a black woman come and don't get the job, hell, we may have a riot. So
and then now the election just 1 year after this. So they don't know this is the time, and that's why nobody's talking. I told William Martin last night. I said, man, you wrote an article. You ain't missing one black person in there that want to put in for it. I said, I'm considering it. Just like you wrote for the white folks. I said, do you know where I can get applications? No, I don't know where you can get. I said, when you find out, let me know. See, this is what I'm saying, man. It's time now to cut all this nonsense out. All this so-called wannabe people want to tell city council what to do. Vote for the man. We don't like that. Put your application in and get 4 votes.
There you go.
Get your 4 votes.
And we can do that. We can do that, Joe.
A black female Republican woman will probably end up with the seat if they didn't turn the application in. Because Hispanic people, the reason you had them 4 Hispanic votes, because I know how to count, just like you, Eddie. You know how to count.
Yep.
They did that because they're looking for something down the road.
Yep.
They're looking to get some appointments in them high-level positions in the city.
Yep.
And you know that the master didn't do it as soon as they open up, and that's what the deal is. I know. That's why I went that calling me a cartoon character, because that was my birthday, and I say tacky. But I'm a millionaire. Y'all chew on that. And I'm going to let you go, man.
Joe, that was St. Patrick's Day. You looked the part.
God bless.
You killed it, brother.
Look here, man. I'm at Ocean Crown and Dragon Caymans. Now, y'all go short. I'll just say something before we go to this golf course. He at the bounce spot.
Hey, my brother, I don't know you, but you see I'm rolling with my partner. He's a real deal. He ain't scared. And black folks need to stop being scared to do something positive and stop running their damn mouth.
That's it. That's what we got to do.
Man. We headed to the bounce spot and have a good day today. Tomorrow. We golfing.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Later, bro.
See you.
So it seemed like election time from these people that flip-flopped on you guys. They need to be told, you know what? We remember.
Well, see what they don't remember and what they don't know is politics is a game. It is a blood sport. And if you look at how this stuff is done, the mayor made a decision, made an appointment, gave that woman a badge, gave her a paycheck, and she went around, I am the chief of police, even though city council hadn't voted on her, they hadn't confirmed her, but I'm telling you, like that old folks used to say, it's easier to ask forgiveness sometimes than it is to ask for permission. So they had to save face. They was not gonna let that woman not be chief of police.
But she brought her children too, Eddie.
They played the real game. They played the whole game.
Whole game.
We ain't leaving nothing. We ain't leaving nothing on the field.
Make them look a little dirty.
We're gonna leave it all on the field.
Mess your hair up.
That's why I told you it's a blood sport. It's a blood sport. Now what you guys got to do as a black community is hold her feet to the fire. See, I'm not saying she got to go in there and let everybody go, but see how many people she give second chances to, and see how she deal with the community, because it's been difficult for everybody except for Eric Ward. When Eric was the chief of police, he was black, and he had an understanding with the community. Now the other folks, including Jane, have had some problems. So this young lady, gonna get her chance. And I have talked with her. And as I say right now, my discussion, all this discussion ain't about her and me and anything like that. It's about the way this whole stuff was done. Mm-hmm. It's about what happened behind closed doors and who got who to work and who got who to flip and how was folks flip. These guys had the opportunity to pretty much say, no, let's try this again. Let's fix this. And somehow it became advantageous for them not to fix it.
They have to protect the corruption that's been going on for decades out there. They can't just let anybody in there, any yahoo that might actually care and want to fix anything. They can't do that. That's not allowed, Eddie.
Well, again, Jane Castor chose her and pretty much put her credentials, because we got an election coming up here, another couple of years for mayor. The whole thing could start over again.
Another white Democrat?
Well, we never had a Republican mayor in Tampa, so that's not the issue. The issue is somebody gonna stand up and decide they want to run against Miss Castor, and if somebody who step up and say I want to run and be the mayor of Tampa, how is this gonna look when somebody regurgitate this and they come back in another shape and another form, and some of the behind the scenes stuff that happened comes to light? Is that gonna help her, or is it gonna hurt her? See, that's the question. All right, let's do it on this day.
Let's do it
before we run out of time. On this day, on March the 19th, 1628, the Massachusetts colony was founded by Englishmen. Yep, they came over here and decided to stay. I heard somebody telling their story. They came for a Final Four basketball thing and said Tampa looked like a great town. I guess I'll stay. Well, the English did that in 1628.
Boom.
On this day, March 19th, 1918, the U.S. Congress approved daylight saving time. You see,
they're trying to get rid of that. I heard.
I know y'all didn't know.
They're still trying to get rid of it.
1918, Congress was voting to approve daylight saving time. On this day, March 19th, 1931, the state of Nevada legalized gambling. They've been taking fools' money.
Is that what it is?
Since 1931.
Been rich ever since.
On this day, March 19th, 1998, the World Health Organization, I want you guys to listen to this one, warned of a tuberculosis-like epidemic that would kill 70 million people in the next 2 decades.
Goodness.
That was in 1998. Gabe, go ahead.
All right, guys. So since we have such intelligent people in our leadership right now in America, here's a quote that you can write this down and put on your refrigerator. Every day you can look at it. And here goes. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Now, y'all think about that. That's Kamala Harris. And just like I read it to you out of context is the way she presented it. She just said it at random. But old Joe is just as good. I may be Irish, but I'm not stupid, because the rest of the Irish are. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one right there. Meanwhile, we're giving $2.6 billion of your tax dollars is being spent for global gender equity programs. I wonder why people hate our government. Meanwhile, Facebook and court did say that their fact-checking is just opinion. It's what they think is right at that time. Now, the Biden administration is poised to hand Hezbollah a win in Vienna. Disappointed, but not surprised. As we all watch, here we are working 70 hours a week to keep up with the 7% inflation. Listen to a 79-year-old sexual predator tell me how Ukraine is important today until the next thing comes around, knowing full well his motive is to protect his personal investment so his crackhead son can continue to get $50,000 a month in kickbacks from Ukraine. That's just a quick synopsis, folks. Meanwhile, a large German insurance company estimates that there's 2.5 million to 3 million people in Germany with effects because of the vaccination. The Biden administration also offered some sanctions, relief to Maduro, because the Biden administration, liberal Democrats, love evil dictators. So Maduro's sanctions are going to be eliminated, as like Russia's was eliminated. Venezuela is there. We have Iran. Their sanctions are going to be eliminated. Because, again, liberal Democrats in power love evil dictators as they kill off and control their people like crazy. It's just too much, folks. There's so much news. New Jersey adopts Planned Parenthood. It's a 12K, K to 12 sex ed program which teaches the kids masturbation and anal sex. Meanwhile, Disney World is in the news because the CEO of Disney World said, how dare us not groom our children in age 3, 4, 5, and 6 about sex and transgender. That was the CEO of Disney that wants your children for something. And the LGBTQSTY organization has said that they are upset with Disney CEO not pushing harder, pushing it in, and they are going to have a walkout one day of services at Walt Disney World because they want the children to be groomed with all of this stuff. New Mexico makes in-state college community free, tuition free. Folks, how can you go wrong with that? My heating bill doubled in January because Putin invaded Ukraine in February. Don't forget, Hillary was found guilty of spying on a president, and now we have the Ukrainian war. So, folks, it just doesn't make sense. So one day I was over in the grocery store, I was over in the produce section, and I asked the produce guy, can I have a grape? Can I try a grape? And the produce guy, I guess, was having a bad day. He said, you know, he didn't care. He said he didn't care if I lit the store on fire with him in it. I could just tell he probably was having a bad day, Eddie. As you kind of go through, as we come to a close here,
Yes, we gotta go.
finally, folks, we've got so much good stuff here, folks. Just trying to hold it back here. I think, Eddie, you know what, Eddie? I think you might have let me run it just long enough to get it done. Oh, yellow cars. What does yellow car mean? Spring is here. Pollen. Spring is in the air. I'm so excited. I wet my plants.
Okay, until next week, folks. When we do this again, I mean, it should be illegal to have this much fun,
Woo!
even though it's not free. See you next week. Bye-bye.